Happy Tuesday. Well, that's not quite true. For you, it's a happy Tuesday while you watch this. For me here now, it's Monday evening. I always say, proper planning and preparation is essential to have any chance of having any success at anything you do. So knowing that tomorrow morning I got an early start and I would really not take the time to do what I'm doing now that I became aware of yesterday afternoon. So tonight I said, I'll do this. I heard a couple things. This I watched, the other one I didn't, but I heard Jabba put up a couple things. This one and something else. Unless something has happened in the meantime and he's doing more. No lives though. He went off on a rant on one about somebody. Went off on another fucking rant. Had another meltdown. And then this one. So, due to the fact that, I listen to my five, but I'm not bragging, 5 loyal, faithful, loving, trusting, devoted Uncle Brian groupies. When they speak, I listen. They're like, hey, Uncle B, man, we need you to do another Uncle Brian Reacts. So now that I got the time this evening, I'll do it. I watched the whole thing. I've never seen any of Jabba's lives while he's actually doing it live. I catch them after the fact, thanks to a couple of guys on here that do their own thing. And I get to see what they put up. And even then, fast forward. And I try to condense it down to 10, 15 minutes max. And, normally you'd call it highlights. Jabba's case, it's lowlights. So that's when I get to see what I see. So anyway, this is pretty good. I watched it, so this way I know what to expect coming up so I can add my Uncle Brian commentary.
Well, folks, we got the starter in.
Well,
she does cry.
We start right off here. Well, folks, we got the starter in. Jabba, what the fuck you talking about? We got the starter in. You didn't do shit. That guy put the fucking starter in. He took the old one out, went to put the new one in, saw the wires were all fucked up, had to figure out how to fix that, and then got it in. And you're saying we? Is that what's going to happen when we fix the brakes? You'll fucking do it? And you'll sit there on your fat ass on that stool doing your bullfrog mouth burps like you're waiting for a fucking fly to come by so you can stick your tongue out, snatch it, and eat the fucking thing? Probably cut a fart or two here or there. What do you mean we? Unfucking believable. Oh, this is good.
She's getting oil up top.
Getting oil up top.
It's getting gas, but I'm not sure if it's coming from the tank or if it's just the bowl fill. And it is.
Well, not sure if it's coming from the tank or the bowl fill. Well, from my understanding, I could be wrong. You know how gas gets fed into the engine in the atomized mist combination of fuel and air. The fuel is drawn from the tank by a fuel pump, gets to the carburetor through a fuel line, fills the bowl, and the bowl is what feeds the engine. Unless I'm wrong, Unless I'm wrong. But I'm sure you know that, right? The bowl is primarily what's, supplying the fuel into the engine to combust. Unless you got a separate fuel line there that bypasses the bowl and just dumps straight down the fucking throat of the carburetor right into the intake manifold. But hey, who knows?
Getting spark. It's not a blue spark, it's a red spark.
Okay, it's a red spark.
So that must mean that the points are probably too far apart.
Okay.
And it's not getting the proper output. So
output. I like the way you talk.
That's what I'm going to have to work on next. Then it'll be the brakes. I got to get this car started and running at least anyway.
Right before the bank takes the property.
It ran for about 2 seconds.
2 seconds? Oh, that's a new record.
The day that we put in the starter, but that was about it.
Jabba, there you go again. The day we put in the starter. You did not put that fucking starter in. Another thing I forgot about, I was told. You have to learn to have respect for people, Jabba. You talk about respect. You don't fucking respect anybody. At one time, some people know, a long time ago, Auntie Billy used to make videos with me here and then. Guys can be guys, rude comments. I said, no, it's not their fault. It's my fault for putting her out to the public. And Jabba, get pissed off all you want. People stealing your videos. This is fucking public, pal. You don't have a fucking copyright, a patent, nothing that prohibits anyone from using this. Okay? Maybe you need to learn the fucking law, the way you're always threatening people with lawyers and defamation and slander. You don't even know what those fucking words mean and what it takes to qualify to be defamation and slander. Maybe you need to open a fucking book and read. If you can comprehend the words that have more than 5 fucking letters in them. Here you go again. We put, no, we, it was he. You know, what I understand, that guy didn't even want to be in the video. And even told you, no, I don't want to be in the video. You know, I even did a few things with Kenny. We were at Knuckleheads one night, Kenny and the crew hanging out. I've done things at Kenny's tattoo shop. Dean was there, his son, George and Gilly. And he was inking my hands. They were there. We were all talking and shit. And they even said, hey, B, man, you know what we do is amongst us. I really don't want it on YouTube. And I said, okay. I took it down and I stopped doing it. It's called respect, Jabba. When someone says they don't want to be in a video, you don't put them on a fucking video. And that guy told you he didn't want to be on the video. And yet you still put him on the fucking video, under the car. Even, you know, when he was under there, you could see his face. Jabba, you talk about respect. Maybe you need to start showing some to people.
I don't know if it's weak or what, but we got to figure something out here.
Yeah, I'm sure that guy will figure it out for you, because you ain't going to figure out shit.
The distributor location.
You know, with you, wasn't it in the beginning after you rebuilt that engine? All they had was a vacuum leak. Well, this fucking vacuum leak has come a long way, huh? You never figured that out, have you?
It could be anything. So
that's right, it could be anything.
I'm not going to sit there and say it is,
Right, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Hey, but I got to give you credit. I got to give Jabba credit here. He sure did a good job painting that engine. Tell you, nice and shiny. I don't see too many runs and drips. You know, orange peel. I tell you, I hate to admit this, but he did a better job painting that engine than he did the body on that fucking thing.
Everything's rehooked back up. I actually have the ignition in it again.
Again? Oh, wait till you see the interior.
It's cranking fast.
And open the door.
The door's getting caught on the fender again.
Yeah, it has real nice.
This car.
Has real nice gaps from door to fender. Oh yeah. Hey, chubby finger. Chubby hand. Yeah, that engine sure looks pretty. Too bad it don't fucking run. Or maybe he did get it started since then. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Oh, look at that baby crank. Oh yeah. There's starter in it. Battery seems to have a full charge in it.
So as you can see, it's cranking. But we
oh yeah, it's cranking.
What the problem is.
Just doesn't kick and start and run.
And right now, I don't know what the hell it is.
Of course you don't. You don't know shit. Look at that fucking headliner. It looks like a soggy baby's diaper that's full of shit and piss.
Was definitely from the heater core.
Heater core's leaking.
As you can see, I'm starting to put the headliner back in.
I thought you put that in a long time ago and it was all set.
Because I got to get used to where these pieces go.
So, oh, you got to get used to it. I'm sure you'll figure that out. I'm sure.
Yeah, this is a long, drawn-out process, and because I also have to pack up the pod.
Yeah.
I don't really have much time to screw around with this car.
Oh, but you will.
Right
you
now,
will.
This
you
car
will
be going into storage.
You have your priorities.
Even if I have to take the heads off again.
Right.
And do another set of head gaskets.
So he's going to do another set of head gaskets. Hey, Jabba.
I'm not getting rid of the car.
While you're doing another set of head gaskets, maybe this time you'll be able to track down that elusive vacuum leak that started all these problems, that set off a cascade snowball effect of all the problems that have come along since that dreaded vacuum leak.
I'm going to keep it.
Going to keep it, oh yeah. Hey, you know something, Jabba? I thought of something. I mean, common sense. We know you're going to keep it. You know? could save yourself some money when you die. You know, you have a will, I have a will. It's already laid out. My daughters know exactly what's going to happen and what they're going to do with me. In my case, there ain't going to be no burial in a cemetery. I'm going to get cremated. They're going to go across over there. They're going to toss my ashes in the ocean. That's how I want it to be, you know. In your case, you probably want to be buried in a grave if you leave enough money behind for someone to pay for it. Unless you want someone to foot the bill for your fucking funeral, too, because you're a fucking moocher. You don't fucking pay your way. Whoever is going to be left in charge of your burial, tell them they can save money on a casket. They won't need one. Just stuff your fat ass in the back seat of that fucking Bel Air and drop that thing in the grave with you. You know, and bury two dead things at the same time.
Hopefully this will be just something for me.
Right. Oh, that dash is great.
Yeah.
It's even all cracked and it's rot under the lower left right there. Look at it. It's all fucking rotted and shit.
Yeah, see, I got the actual oil light working because it wasn't working this morning.
That's impressive.
The wire that plugs up to the oil indicator was actually yanked out of its socket.
Look at that speedometer. That needle hasn't budged in how many years? And it never will.
No, and the,
Well, it will when it gets towed.
Does work kind of, sort of.
When it gets towed, you know, it might, I'm not sure how that speedometer drive works if it's off. Well, if it's in neutral and he's towing it.
The numbers are even. They're not odd.
That's right. Look at that. Matching number odometer. That's why that car's so valuable. Everything is matching number.
Temperature
right down to the
gauge,
odometer.
Wipers, lights.
Wipers, lights.
It's the original ignition.
Original cigarette lighter.
It's not the replacement. Has a lighter in it. It's got the radio in it.
Radio, yeah.
The heater I put back in, but
why do you need a heater? That car will never be driven in the winter. You won't need defrosters, heat.
And then the clock is in here, and so is the radio.
It's got a clock, wow.
So everything's here.
Original everything.
We even have the sun visors.
That's why that car's worth a fortune.
I gotta take that one down. And I took the ones from the Oldsmobile because it
Wow.
actually has those metal pieces.
Now he's interchanging parts from different GM manufacturers.
You can see that right
An
there.
Olds visor piece
And they need to go
to a Chevy Bel
up in
Air.
there.
Only Jabba would have
So
thought of that.
I also saved the little rubber things from it
He needs
too.
to have his own TV car reality show.
But for now,
Instructional.
that's it. I got to do packing. I got 3 days left
Right.
to get this pod filled. So it can
And how
go
many
into
days left
storage.
before your ass gets booted out of there? Look at that yard. What the fuck
I
has he
can't
been doing?
Stack the boxes anymore.
What the
Then
fuck has he been doing? You know, that
There's
yard
a
looks like a
floor height.
city fucking dump. A city fucking dump
Those boxes
landfill.
are
What the
really
fuck has he been
flimsy
doing
for
to clean up?
So
That's
you can
all
see
he
the
has in that
areas
pod
are
in
all
all
ripping.
this time. And that yard's a
Another
fucking
TV
mess.
I gotta get in here yet.
And now he's back fucking around with
And
the
a bunch
Bel
of
Air.
other bins, and I have 10 more bins out in my car that I have to bring inside in order to load up.
10 in his car. He's been driving
That'll
around with
take
that
care
shit
of
in his
the
car for
camera,
how long?
hopefully.
Well, he keeps his clean laundry in his car.
And that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, I know he said that one time.
Well, folks, that's it. Like and subscribe.
Like
See
and
you in the next
subscribe.
one. Bye.
See you in the next one. So that's it, folks. That's it, folks. Really, really. Okay, you all have a great day. By the time you finish watching this, I will most likely already be at the VTH. I'll hit upload and head out the door. So have a great day. Have fun and stay safe. And once again, Jabba, you need to understand something about the internet. It's called open range. Fair game. It applies to everyone, including myself. If I bitched and whined and pissed and moaned like a little fucking cunt, the way you do every time somebody said something about me, or I've had my videos manipulated, people have done shit, you would you would have really gone out of your fucking mind. And I just laugh. You melt down emotionally quicker than a stick of butter in the Sahara Desert. You have the emotional stability of a bag of rats in a fucking meth lab. Have a great day, everyone.